My name is Christophe Conrad and I represent Chateau Beaulieu on the west coast of the United States. I wanted to take a few minutes this afternoon to talk to you a little bit about the new addition to your wine list. In this case, Chateau Beaulieu Rosé, but Cuvée Alexandre. So this is the top wine of the Chateau Beaulieu available in the United States in a rosé line. You have the classic line already on your list, but here is the Cuvée Alexandre, which is not quite, would not be called a premier cru, but it might as well be, and I will explain. So first off, as you can see, it's got a super nice little round bottle that's quite unique and quite lovely, actually. And I wanted to point out on the label this little drawing down here, which is representing a volcano. And this, in a sense, is basically what makes this cuvée particular, is that all the grapes that were used, of course, to make this wine grew up inside the crater of an extinct volcano. And as a matter of fact, it's the only extinct volcano that can be found in Provence. So why is it important? Well, it's because if you can imagine, when you have a volcano, that you have a lot of heat, and so much heat that even whatever mineral and material and soil that you have was melted down and transformed and modified. When it comes to our grapes here, well, some of our grapes grew on basalt, some grew on limestone, and some grew on a mixture of granite and clay soil. And all of that comes together to give the wine its particular character. Aside from having a very unique and very great yielding type of soil, we also have a little bit of higher elevation. From inside the volcano, the vineyards to make this, that from where the grapes came from, were located at about 1,200 feet. And again, you are inside the volcano, you're inside a crater, which also has an impact on the type of temperature that you have. And in the case of this wine, we have extremely high fluctuation between the temperature during the day and the night temperature. We're in the south of France, we're in Provence, so it's gonna be hot during the day, during the grape maturing season. But at night it gets quite cold. The heat is very important to promote fruit notes and sugar content in your grapes. But the cold nights are very important to set fruit tones and acidity level in your grapes. As you can imagine, a great acidic character is extremely important when it comes to a rosé wine. So all of this to say that we're dealing here with a very unique and very delicate and very powerful, and not your average rosé, if I may say. So let's give it a shot. So the name of this particular cuvée is called Cuvée Alexandre, and this is in reference to one of the sons of the owner of Chateau Beaulieu. Chateau Beaulieu, this is not a fancy name, it actually refers to an actual castle that goes back to the 15th century. It's an amazing property, and it's got all of its own vineyards, of course, attached to it. As a matter of fact, Chateau Beaulieu is the largest single vineyard, the landowner from Provence. All of the fruit naturally is estate, grown and produced, nothing is ever purchased. So this rosé is made with a blend of Grenache, Syrah, Cinsault, and a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon. The majority of the grape being Grenache. Santé. So the nose, right off the bat, it's quite important, and as you can see, the wine is still quite cold, as any rosé should be served very cold. But in spite of that, the nose is very very important, very influent, and has a lot of note of red fruit and guava. The one thing right off the bat is that I'm sure you've had plenty of other rosés before, and like I said, this is not your average rosé. The mouthfeel, the flesh on this wine is very rich. So this is your cap drinker's rosé, if I could say. It's definitely a phenomenal food wine. For that matter, has all that flesh and that aromatic power would completely balance, even fairly robust meals. But again, you get notes of grapefruit, red fruits. The acidity level, of course, is beautiful and strong, but perfectly balanced with the fresh notes and the fruit notes in the wine. What a beauty. Anyway, I wish you a lot of success with this. Please introduce your customers to one of the jewels of the Rosé de Provence. And I will see you soon on the next video. Ciao.